Hello, my name is Courtney. Welcome back to my channel and I hope you are doing so very well. Long time no see, my loves. I know, I have all these grand plans of making more effort for YouTube and then life gets crazy and before I know it, the year is passing before my very eyes, so I thought I would pop on here and have a little chat before I embark on creating a new one of these. I thought I would show you one of the journals that I played around with last year that I absolutely loved and have brought it into 2023. Although I haven't actually started the one for 2023, even though we are quite a ways into 2023, I've been really procrastinating about it because I didn't want to start this until I'd covered it, because I do feel that once you cover it and make it your own and sort of like move in, it feels more like you, and I just haven't spent the time to do that. So I do want to do that this week and I will cover it with my patrons, but I thought I would chat to you and show you the journal, or one of the journals that I played around with last year. I have all these intentions of showing you journals that I worked on last year and worked through. A lot of the content is on Patreon. I do 2 videos a week for the video tier. I do journal with me, studio vlogs, chatty stuff, drawing tutorials, all that sort of thing. I shouldn't say drawing tutorials. Every now and again, when there is an outcry for drawing help and tutorials, I oblige, but I generally don't do them that often, but there are some on there. There's more inspiration stations and hauls and all that sort of stuff that is currently over there on Patreon. But I thought I would show you this beautiful journal that I played around with last year, purely because I started the year out in an A6 Hobonichi Avec. I realized very quickly, probably before I had moved into the second half of the Avec, that it was just too small, and I switched to a B6 thin notebook for the rest of the year. And this journal was born out of the fact that I didn't have the space in the A6 to hold all the things that I had collected. I am a bowerbird when it comes to paper and ephemera. I love to tip in things. You guys know from past videos how much I love to tip in. When in doubt, tip it in is one of my mottos. But with the A6, I felt like I couldn't, and I did feel a little bit restrained, which is why before I even moved into the second part of the Avec, I decided that the A6 wasn't for me, even though I loved watching Mitz create in her A6 Hobonichi with her journal videos. I just couldn't seem to make it work, and I also decided that I needed a break from daily journaling, daily dated journaling, so much that I went into a thin B6 notebook to just have a play and just enjoy and tip in until my heart is content. So this is what I started calling my Overspill journal. It was stuff that I couldn't fit into that A6. This is a thin A5 Hobonichi notebook. I think the A5s come in a pack of 2. I think the A6s come in a pack of 3. It is just the Hobonichi grid paper, and it's very, very thin. I can't even remember how many pages are in here, but it's super thin. So I kind of didn't worry too much about the stress of it falling apart. And as you can see, let me pull it out of this cover. It held up pretty well. There's only a couple pages at the end that just haven't been used yet, and I don't plan on using it. I think I was done pretty much, and the stuff that I've collected now is ready to go into the next one, but I think it held up quite well. And I had covered it with photos and quotes and stickers and all sorts of things. This probably needs a little TLC, but yeah, that is what I used for this journal. And I basically just put in a whole heap of things that I didn't have room for in my smaller journal at the time, or things that had been lurking on my desk, old photos and rolled with it as I went. Now this journal did evolve and change as I worked through the pages. I noticed as I went through it, less and less photos got stuck in, which is something that I want to come back to this year, because I do have quite a lot of excess photos that hadn't made it into spreads, as well as photos that I've just been lurking around in the archives, and I want a place for them to live. And another thing that I stopped doing was like little bits of excess journaling, and I don't know why I stopped doing that, because I did like the concept, and I think it was mainly to talk about what I had glued in or stuck in. So packaging from things, stickers, tissue paper, you name it. If I could fit it in here, I would. I'm hoping I've covered up my address everywhere. I'm pretty bad at doing that, and I knew that I was doing this for YouTube, so I'm hoping that my address is out of all these pages. If not, I'll have to do some quick editing to cover it all up. But as you can see, I just enjoy sort of flipping and putting in postcards. I get quite a lot of beautiful postcards in orders and from Happy Mail that I just really wanted to enjoy and still use. So like little things that came with orders, I want to cherish them and honor them the way that they're meant to be. If someone's taken the time to include something in an order or handwrite me a note or anything to that matter, I want to cherish it and give it a space in something that I cherish, and journals are something that I do cherish. And so I really enjoy sort of adding these sorts of things to my journal. I've got packaging from my kids. I've got packaging from stuff I've bought. I just really enjoyed adding all the bits and pieces to things, and I slowly realized that I was starting to color group things when it came to the spreads. I got more intentional about where I pasted things, and I definitely enjoyed that color keeping aspect, because this journal has no dates, no rhyme or reason. It is literally almost like a smashbook. Basically, if you guys have been around for a while in the scrapbooking community, smashbooking was huge back in the day, and I absolutely loved it. I love this type of journaling and this type of memory keeping, and I just had a blast. So as you can see, I started going, okay, so I've got pink things, excess photos, packaging from my daughter's noodles, bits and pieces kind of everywhere, giant stickers from mail. This is like the invite to my niece's birthday party. It's just stuff that I wanted to have and I wanted to keep, but I just didn't have the space. I ordered some rainbow macarons from Sew and Beans, and they wrote me a handwritten note to say that they were sold out. And they also gave me this really cute like pin as a sorry. Just trying to see if my pencil case is around. Nope, of course not. I have a pencil case that's got it on it. They gave me this little fish pin as a sorry that they didn't have it, but like this was during lockdown. So this journal's been going on for quite a while. I also really enjoy seeing my name written by other people. So if I have noticed someone's taken the time to handwrite my name, I will cut it, glue it, you name it. I will put it there. So you can see that there's postcards and wax seals, stickers. I love it. I had such a blast with this journal, and considering how much I've packed into these pages, I think it held up relatively well. I also didn't mind turning some of the postcards into art as well, so adding a photograph on top of a postcard. I was a bit hesitant at first, but at the same time I just really wanted to make it mine and make it personal, and so I did just that. I started adding extra things to postcards and things like that to make it more mine. I used a tiny attacher for my staples. I used washi tapes. I used lots of things. I like the aspect of flipping when it comes to tip-ins. So I really enjoy that aspect a lot. So yeah, you can see that I've got like my name written in multiple places, stamped. I kept that. I don't know, I just, like I said, I want to cherish the things that people have taken time to do. I started stapling things to the tops and have tabs. I absolutely just had a blast with all the bits and pieces that came in the mail, and it's kind of just like a document of everything. Like I said, I tried to start color grouping things, so you can see that I've got this orangish type of theme with the Job postcard and photographs. Actually, I said that I stopped using photograph, but I clearly didn't. I probably just didn't realize it because it's been a while since I flipped this journal. But yeah, there are pages underneath that I probably, if I was to go back, I could journal about those things. And I definitely have considered doing just that. I loved this. This was like so many bits and pieces from packaging that I just really loved how they looked all together, and I just taped them all in and enjoyed how they all looked together. I think I was just trying to support a whole heap of small business. So I had bought a beautiful leather belt for myself. I had bought a beautiful, cute, scribbly umbrella and a beret for this winter. Actually, I didn't get to wear it last winter. I am going to wear it this winter from Eleni, who is an Aussie. But you can see that there is just, you know, even photos that didn't print well. I don't know what was going on with my printer on this day, but it only printed the red, and I was like, I'm not wasting it. I'm going to pop it into the pink and red spread, which is exactly what I did. But yeah, this is kind of how it all flips and goes together. I've kept letters and things. I've put a picture of my dentist in, who basically changed my life, and I really wanted to celebrate him. I've actually celebrated him in my gratitude journal as well, which is another video I want to make for you guys, introducing you into my gratitude journal, which is in the Our Studio. So yeah, that is just, I just enjoy, I loved all of this flippy bits, adding the ribbon from the journal shop here in Australia. I don't know, there's just something so satisfying about it all that I just absolutely adore. So I've got letters in here that I loved, packaging from some Happy Mail, an old photograph that I took on our trip to New York that was just floating around my desk, more packaging, a beautiful stamp from Petra, who made me such beautiful stamps. I will leave her link down below if you're interested. She makes some stunning hand carved stamps, and I've got my initials, so this is for like ink swatches. And then she made me this little one that says Bambi on it, which is the pet name that my husband gives to me. I think if you've all been around here for a while, everyone kind of knows that, although my camera doesn't want to show it. But yeah, so I love her stamps. I have quite a few in my collection. So I absolutely love it. This was a pair of tights that I got with stars on it. Pictures of my boy Lige when he was younger, and he's now gigantic and towers over me and makes me feel like a hobbit. More packaging. I really loved using some acetate from some Patreon collage sheets from a long time ago and creating like a window effect. Old photographs of Boo when she was a baby, and then just adding all these bits and pieces. I'm not going to lift that up because our address is under there. This was from the beautiful hutch that my husband and I bought. We have thrifted a whole heap of our furniture, slowly replacing all of our IKEA furniture and just like low quality furniture with thrifted heavy wooden items that we've been searching for. So bit by bit we've just been slowly replacing things, bookshelves and dining table set and stuff like that. So ooh, just keep that one up there. This is like has my daughter's name on it. So yeah, all the blues, bookmarks, packaging. This is when I picked up a beautiful plus size leather belt from Made 590 and Littlewood Leather. As a plus size girl, I really appreciate the fact that they released leather belts for plus size, and I bought one in black and brown. They were expensive, but I invested in them and I'm so glad I did. One is black with white daisies on it and one is tan brown with purple flowers on it. This is my green spread, and this has just got a whole heap of random stuff in it from my husband's 40th. So many things. As you can see, I bought a lot of yarn during this time from Circus Tonic Handmade. I bought some tea, packaging, you name it. I just love the whole vibe of this whole spread. All of it just makes me so happy. And I think that is all the bits for now. I think I will probably add a few more pieces to the last couple of pages, and maybe when I see some spare like paper underneath all the packaging, I will definitely write some things, I think. See if there's any gaps that I can come back and fill. But I really love the concept of this journal, that I am keeping the things that are meaningful, and I think to look back on it in years to come will be a adventure, I guess, to see what I was buying, who I was supporting, all that sort of thing. People that were saying happy mail, because sometimes my personal journal just can't handle all the bulk. At the moment, my personal journal is a common planner from Sterling Ink, and I haven't tipped in too much to this. I lied, there's literally tip-ins on every page. Who do I think I am? But I do know that this isn't a Beck version of the B6, but the weekly spread, once the weeklies are done, I will have to move to the next part. So I shouldn't be too stressed about adding tip-ins to this journal. But I do have things that just won't fit in here, like A5 ephemera and stuff like that. So I definitely think a new one of these is on the cards, and that is definitely what I'm going to be doing with my patrons, covering it and moving in and setting up a new one. But I love these. I can't wait to have a shelf full of them, and they just feel nice in the hands, and they just, I don't know, there's something really comforting about these with all the papers, and I just think it holds so many visceral memories, because sometimes I think pictures and art and stuff like this trigger emotions more than writing, and this is a way that I know that I can hand this to someone and they can kind of see a peek into my life without reading my deepest, darkest secrets when it comes to a handwritten journal. So I just think it's fun to sort of see all the different packaging, all different like types of things, and how, I don't know, it just really interests me. Like the Instagram account that has these scrapbooks from like real, I think it's Pages of the Past or Papers of the Past, I don't know, but if I can remember the name, I'll link it down below. And they show old scrapbooks and what they kept in those things. They're kind of like a visual journal of their lives back in the 1900s, and oh my god, there are some amazing ones on her account. And even though this is nothing on those treasures, you never know. Someone may want to look through this in 50 to 100 years, and when things are probably all digital and we're all just robotic voices in the ether. I think tangible things like this are important. So yeah, that is my Overspill journal. I love it. I've had a blast doing it. And like I said, I am definitely about to embark on a new one for this year. I'm currently going to archive this one and pop this into the cover. This is a Superior Labor cover in A5 in the natural. And you can see that it's slowly patinaing. I don't baby this one. I've got this little, I think, like paper or like folder that we got in a stationery selection box that I have covered, and I do keep excess bits and pieces in here as well that I haven't made it into the journal, and so I definitely will either pop these in or keep them, but I have like packaging and things that haven't made it, which I'll just pop into the new one, because I kind of collect a whole heap and then I will sit down and just start pasting them in. And especially since I started color grouping things, it's kind of, I've collected lots of bits and pieces and then started building the pages from there. But it's so therapeutic. It's low maintenance. It's low fuss. You don't have to stress. I think the beauty of it being a patchwork journal is what makes it as cool as it is, because you just, I don't know. I didn't realize that I was color grouping until halfway through the notebook, and that was like, not economical, what's the word? It happened on its own accord. Like, it wasn't something I forced from the beginning. It just was a natural progression of the notebook, and I really loved it, so I kind of kept it going. But yeah, that is one of the journals that I used in 2022 and is following me into this year, but I have been very lazy and haven't started a new one, but it's ready to go. And I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you have any questions about anything you've seen today, would like to ask me questions about this journal, or if you would like to see more of what I used in 2022, then please let me know down below, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye!